We have plants all around us. Our school is in a rural area and Eyrecourt has lots of trees, birds and open spaces.
The first plant to evolve was more than 500 million years ago, and that was even before the dinosaurs came. They started to grow in water and then eventually began to grow on lands around 400 million years ago. The first one was spongy mosses, and then came the giant tree ferns that the dinosaurs ate. Flowering plants only started to appear about 135 million years ago.
There are millions of different types of plants and animals. Most plants use sunlight to make their food, and then animals eat plants and eat animals that eat plants.
Plants are essential for life on Earth. Animals cannot make their own food, so they need plants to eat. Plants give out oxygen for people and animals to use.
We grew these flowers from slips we took last October. Now we have masses of colour.
I want to make more of these plants, so I'm going to take a cutting from this one to make others. I took this cutting at a slant and just above a little notch, which means that I'll have new growth for next year. Now I'm breaking the flower off so that all the goodness goes into the new plant and not into the old flowers.
Oh, no one had.
Look, this will make a lovely cutting.
Good shot.
Look, we have 4 cuttings already, and we could take more from that plant. Just imagine how many we could take from all of those. Sure, we could start a garden centre.
We grew these shamrocks for St. Patrick's Day. We realised how easy it is to grow plants.
We decided to start a school garden this year. We have a fairly big area. It is 20 metres by 8. At the moment we are working on the herb patch and we are transplanting lettuce.
That's okay. Have you it off?
This is our herb patch. We grew this nice fennel. It smells like licorice.
We grew this garlic. When it matures we'll be able to make our own garlic butter.
You're talking about chives?
We grew these chives as well and they make a salad very tasty.
We have mint for
We have mint for our mint sauce. We've even tried outdoor tomatoes.
On the 10th of on the 10th of March, we began to sow our potatoes. We got a pot like this, with holes in it, to let the air and the water come in.
No, that's
We put a layer of horse manure in the bottom of the pot. It was old horse manure. It was left in a heap for some months. We put a layer of clay on top of the manure, and then we covered it up with more horse manure, and this is the seed potato. We put it in and covered it more. We covered it with more horse manure, and then we covered it all up with clay. We left the pot inside so the frost wouldn't get at it. We put the pot out during the day so the sunshine would get at it during the day.
Here already.
We got the ground here all ready, and we picked up the stones and then we made drills and solar plants.
We dug holes and we put the stalks in them. And after 3 months, they grew very tall, and like this. And the green leaves grew on them, and then they were ready to dig. So, and we dug one already, and we got 14 potatoes.
Very good boy. Grand.
A potato has lots of water inside it, and if we left it outside at night, all the water would freeze, and the stalk wouldn't grow right, and we wouldn't be able to get potatoes from it.
Good boy.
This is a primula and I'm going to split it. It's obvious we can get loads of plants out of this one.
We made three plants out of half of it, and look at the lovely roots they have. Here's another plant we can split, and we'll have lots of good roots too.
The seeds from this dandelion will be blown by the wind, and we will have lots of dandelions next year.
Long ago, people thought they could tell the time from this.
Look at all these gorgeous coloured plants that have grown by our school wall.
These are the plants we split, and we're sowing them in another part of our garden, and you need lots of water for them. You have to put them very firm into the ground to stay.
Soda pack of sweet William seed, and look at all the plants we have. Transplant these to our front garden.
This is garlic we planted. It's hard and ripe and healthy. Look, this is our fennel. It will seed itself again.
The tomatoes were quite successful too.
These scallions are super big.
Even these nettles can be very useful. They can be used for nettle soup, and and they can be fed to turkeys.
Bulbs multiply in this way. The small one grows beside the big one, like this daffodil or a freesia.
It's very easy to do art from nature.
T-shirt. This was a white t-shirt. We made a dye from beetroot. It's a natural dye. We made a dye from red cabbage. It's a natural dye too.
All these cones were gathered from the ground. We can make decorations from them.
Plants make food. This is called photosynthesis, that is, building with light. To do this, they need water, carbon dioxide and sunlight. The water is taken in by the roots and travels up the stem to the leaves. Little the leaves called stomata take in carbon dioxide. The leaves have a green substance called chlorophyll, which absorbs sunlight and turns it into energy. CO2 and water, along with this energy, make glucose, which is stored as food. Oxygen is also produced.
Excellent. Plants can be reproduced by growing flowers and making seeds. Plants, like humans, have male and female parts. The bird drinks the nectar from a flower, and the pollen sticks to a beak and rubs onto the next flower.
Seeds usually grow on soil, but we grew them from tissues and cotton wool. Seeds can also grow in jam jars or in water, like these bean sprouts we made.
Ivy can be used in the winter for birds, when all the autumn berries are gone. Ivy can be used at Christmas putting in reeds and logs.
There are different plants grow in different parts of the world, depending on the climate. For example, if you went to the desert, the only plants there would be cactus.
It originally came from China. It used to be very scarce, but now it's one of the most popular drinks in the world.
Half of the world's population depends on rice. Imagine what it would be like if rice didn't grow. So, plants are important.